Supreme Court next week is hearing more than just an argument about same-sex marriage. It is considering a question fundamental to what it means to be an American. Our nation, as we say so proudly, was founded on the premise that all people are created equal. Not the same, but equal, irrespective of the differences. Our Declaration of Independence, as all of us quote so often, says, we hold these truths to be self-evident. That all men, and of course, if Jefferson were writing today, it would be either all people or all humankind are created equal. And they are endowed not by a Congress, not by a Constitution, not by a will of the majority. They are endowed by their Creator, by God, with certain unalienable rights. And among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That, of course, has not always been America's performance. Notwithstanding, it has been its promise. Next week, the highest court in our land will be asked to consider whether these words apply to same-sex couples who love one another. Many courts have already said that it does. Marriage equality provides same-sex households vital legal protections and economic security that we would ask for ourselves. Marriage equality would mean that approximately 250,000 children in America who are being raised in same-sex households will see their parents receive equal treatment. Study after study has shown they are doing as well as their peers from opposite-sex households, academically, psychologically, and socially. Marriage equality also means spousal benefits for those who share their lives with and care for their same-sex partners. And marriage equality will mean that same-sex couples, Mr. Speaker, can make medical and end-of-life decisions for their loved one. These are tangible benefits. These, I would suggest to you, Mr. Speaker, are the pursuit of happiness. Tangible benefits ought to be treated equally under the law in every state of our union. Not in 28, not in 48, but in all 50 and the District of Columbia. Born equal, endowed by God with certain unalienable rights, and among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Is there a happier time in one's life than when one pledges themselves to another? We all gather. We all celebrate. We all wish them well. LGBT Americans now have the right to marry and have their families treated equally in 37 states and the District of Columbia. In the remaining states, however, LGBT residents are watching the Supreme Court with great anticipation. Hopefully, the court will do as Earl Warren's court did in Brown versus Board of Education and said that separate is not equal. Treating people here differently than people here who love one another is not equal. Tens of millions of Americans who stand with our friends in the LGBT community in support of marriage equality and who believe, as I do, that a ruling in support of the lower courts that have again and again sided with same-sex couples and have said that the law requires, the Constitution requires, that we do in fact live out our promise of treatment on an equal basis. We need to bring those words of the Declaration of Independence closer to their full realization, Mr. Speaker, and hopefully the court will do that.